Good evening. This is the Change. And tonight we are talking about guns because that's what everybody wants to talk about when they need a vote. Oh, look at how much I care about lives. I care so much about American lives. I can't tell. I can't. Can you? Can you tell how much politicians care about United States citizens' lives? I can't tell. And I pay attention. Speaking of that, if you're watching my video, follow me. I could care about likes or views or any of that, but I want people to follow me because the more people that follow you, the more they send the video to other people. It's weird, but just follow me. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, if you agree with me, comment and tell me I agree with you. Or tell me if you disagree with me, say, I disagree with you. You're a moron. And then tell me why. And then we can debate. And then maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn something. If you come into a conversation with me with open ears, open eyes, and open minded, I promise you we will both come out of the conversation better. You could teach me because I always have an open heart, an open mind, open eyes, and open ears, even though I can't hear very well because of good music turned up to a high volume and construction job sites. Have you ever ran a jackhammer? Yeah, that's what I heard for about 20 years. But yeah, I need followers so other people can hear my message. I'm just trying to give people information. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to open eyes. I'm trying to enlighten people. The world is a wishy-washy place, and media is a wishy-washy place. I can promise you, if I read a fake article where somebody gives some false word, smoothie headline, I'll show you how they word smoothied it, and we'll discuss it together because that's the point of my channel. The whole point of my channel is to enlighten people. I have people personally in my life. Personally in my life. I will say, did you hear about X? And they'll say, no. And then I will explain how we came to X. And they will say, no, you're lying. That's what they say to me. And then I will say, look it up, man. Find it. And they won't look. They'll just choose, they will just think that telling me I am lying makes it true by saying, you're lying, means I made the whole thing up, I guess. I made this whole big story about X up. And that's not my style. I do a little creative writing, but I don't creative write fictional authors of web pages for the Washington Post. I got better things to do, I promise. I would rather bang my face into a brick wall than do that. So would probably every human being that has ever breathed oxygen. But The news is crazy right now. There's some real serious. There's a president that's been indicted. The article's bigger than Watergate. I hope you're familiar with Watergate. That I believe this has a little in common with Watergate, but that's another thing. That's a whole nother story. And that's some would say that would be in the category of conspiracy theory. But just because people conspired to make something happen in the government, conspired, conspiracy, and you have a theory about it, does not make it some unsolved mysteries, ghosts, aliens, and Bigfoots. There are conspiracy theories. Like when you say, I got a conspiracy theory about Nixon and Watergate, that doesn't make it unsolved mysteries, inquirer type theories. It just means you have a theory about a conspiracy. I obviously digress, but we're talking guns tonight. As you can see, I can go off on a tangent about multiple issues here. And that's what I want to do. But I need followers. So there can be a discord between us, a conversation. If you think I'm full of malarkey, then tell me so. But at least watch the video if you're going to tell me I'm full of it. I've had a couple of those where I can tell they just see my headline and then they tell me I'm lying or whatever they say. They say. But yeah, comment. Tell me whatever. Tell me you think my glasses look goofy. Whatever. Tell me whatever. I'm down. I'm down for it. I'm ready. But it helps me out. Even if you don't want to help me out, I'm asking you to, you know. But we're going to talk about nobody saw this. I don't see how, like, people don't talk about Barack Obama, what he said, because that was the point. That's why they marched Barack Obama out on CBS Sunday morning with Nate Burleson. For one, I wouldn't watch that if you stapled my eyelids opened because Nate Burleson in a suit doesn't get me to watch some former strong safety or whatever he was uh, interview Barack Obama. I'm sure that was the highlight of his life, but I don't care for what Barack Obama has to say because they just march him out like a little puppet whenever they want a little light shined on a specific uh and a specific ideal, a specific topic. Hey Barack, hey man, what's going on? I'm just cool chilling. I'm Barack Obama. Christian, but actually not Christian. I'm actually a Muslim, but hey, yeah, this is Barack Hussein Obama. What's up? Yeah, I'll go on Nate Bros. Yeah, man, we'll talk turkey on there. Cause he acts like he's cool. He's not. He's lame. Lied to the American people for 8 years and everybody ate it up. He's a murderer. Barack Obama's a murderer. Look that up. It's not a conspiracy theory, that's a fact. But we're talking about guns and what Barack Obama said. And the way they cook these statistics is laughable. We'll go to the article. If I can figure out how to get to the article ever. Former President Barack Obama discusses gun violence in new CBS Mornings interview. Quote, look, I think somehow, and there are a lot of historical reasons for this, gun ownership in this country became an ideological issue and a partisan issue in ways that it shouldn't be. End quote. This is by Jane Burnett. Look at him. What a cool cat he is, man. He's so cool. Former President Barack Obama discussed gun violence in America with CBS Morning's co host Nate Burleson in an exclusive interview that aired today. As CBS News reports, there have been more than 200 mass shootings in America in 2023 alone, a staggering number, as President Obama observed. Quote, we are unique among advanced developed nations in tolerating on a routine basis gun violence in the form of shootings, mass shootings, suicides, Obama told CBS. Why is there a comma after suicides? Whatever. Quote, in Australia, you had one mass shooting 50 years ago, and they said, oh, we're not doing that anymore. This is normally how you would expect a society to respond when your children are at risk. That's it. That's all I'm reading of that. Because this is just bogus, more bogus from the news media. This 200 mass shootings in 2023 alone, yeah, staggering number. What they did, there's some organization that charts and keeps those numbers. Pulled up the article. It's a Breitbart article. They cooked the numbers. They added something where anytime. Okay, so you think of a mass shooting. What do you think of? You think of somebody going around and shooting a bunch of people, some whack job, right? Alleged whack job. Okay, you think of that. I think of that. We all think that. And then that's how they get you. Oh, our kids are in danger. Are they? Or okay, let's throw when a gangbanger does a drive-by and there's 4 people outside. Mass shooting. Yeah, those happen a lot. Drive-bys happen a lot. Newsflash. Gangbangers do drive-bys. Drug dealers do drive-bys. Criminals do drive-bys. Mass shooting? Don't know if I'd actually categorize that, but they did that. They did that. I've got it. I've got the fact checked on that one. We'll see if CBS News redacts Obama's wise words. Such a wise man, that Obama. So much wisdom. Fact check. Well, it's Biden on this one. Biden claims 200 mass shootings in USA thus far in 2023. Same difference, though, because, Barack just parrots whatever he's supposed to say. Apparently, Joe said it. I don't know who said it first. It doesn't matter who said it first. They could be the same guy. It's Geppetto. Puppets, both of them. Go say this, say that, do this, do that. Yeah, yeah, white people are bad. Yeah, Christians are bad. Oh yeah, man. Women are bad. Oh, kids are bad. Ooh. Anyway, sorry about that. I get off on tangents. Claim President Joe Biden reacted to the Allen, Texas outlet mall attack by claiming, quote, there have been roughly 200 mass shootings in America thus far in 2023. It's a lie, Joe. Biden said, American communities have suffered roughly 200 mass shootings already this year, according to leading counts. Leading counts from The count that many on the left have begun to watch is that of the Gun Violence Archive, GVA, which replaced the standard definition of a mass shooting with one that counts incidents in which there are a minimum of 4 victims shot, either injured or killed, not including any shooter who may also have been killed or injured in the incident. In other words, a drive-by shooting in which 4 people are wounded is labeled a mass shooting by GVA. Breitbart News noted that The Hill relied on GVA's numbers and reported over 600 mass shootings in the USA last year. Now Biden is claiming over 200 such shootings at this point in 2023. See how they do it, man? Do you see how they do it? That's ridiculous, dude. That is ridiculous. A mission is lying. You know what a mission is? It's when you're telling a story, when you've been out cheating on your wife and your wife says, "Where have you been all night long?" "Yeah, I was over on 13th Street. Uh, with a woman." You know what I'm saying? I mean, I use bad examples like that. That was a pretty goofy example. But what they do, they specifically go and find an organization, probably a nonprofit or a anti-gun organization, right? And say, "Hey, keep track of all the shootings so we can quote you and give your stats as the science." Remember that? The science. Remember? I am the science. I am the science. That's what Fauci said. I am the science. I guess these people are the gun science, right? The anti-gun activists. Non-governmental organizations, NGOs, they get paid with our tax dollars. They probably all make more than most people to cook the books, man. That's cooking the books. Information launderers. And then guess what poll? Biden quotes, Obama quotes, whatever politician you're going to see next, the greaseball from out there in California, Gavin Newsom. That's what they'll all be quoting. "Oh my God, there's been over 200 mass shootings this year." And then everybody kind of looks like, "Dang, where did that come from?" Like, that's serious. It sounds insane. Sounds insane, doesn't it? But that's what they want to do. You cannot get rid of the guns in the United States. Read a history book. I'll explain it. It's easy. The United States had to fight to become the United States. We had to fight. Everybody had to fight. Women had to fight. Children had to fight. We had to fight for our freedom. We had to fight. Okay? Then we got our freedom. And then we started moving west. As we're moving west, there are natives who weren't playing with us. They weren't playing. You want our land, you got to fight us, okay? Also animals, bears, bobcats, wolves, whatever, animals. Okay? So as you're moving west, You're worried about native. Not only that, you got to worry about from the north, the French, right? From the south, the Spaniards, right? From the Gulf, the pirates, all along the coast, the pirates. Also, remember Great Britain? Remember them guys? England? They still wanted the land back. You had to fight. Not to mention some other globalist or whatever you want to call it, some other general or some other king or something. There's other countries, there's other continents. Oh, you hear what's going on in North America? They got a bunch of fertile land. We could farm that. There's probably gold up there too. Let's go take over that country. We had to fight. The reason those laws are in the Constitution is so we could protect ourselves. So any man or woman could say no to tyranny. I know tyranny's like a crazy thought, like nobody could ever come to America and take over. I know it was way back. You might have to dust off the old encyclopedia, but look it up. 2020. You can't leave your house. You can't go to funerals. You can't go to church. You can't have Thanksgiving. No Christmas. Can't visit your sick relatives and watch them die in the hospital. Remember that? This a couple of years ago. That's tyranny. All of it lies. The gun numbers, lies. All lies. Seems intentional. Does it not seem intentional to you? All the mainstream media is playing a ugly, dirty game. Follow me, and I will enlighten you. If you have an open mind, I promise you, you'll learn something from me. Our nation is morally under attack. There is an attack on morals in our country. There is an attack on goodness in our country. There is attack on honesty in our country. All of anybody who says anything remotely truthful on the mainstream media, boom, you're gone. We can't have honesty and truth. You can't be enlightening people. You can't even ask people to ask questions. You can't even say, why can't we ask questions? You can't even say that on mainstream media's paid for news. You can't even say it. You can't even ask people to ask themselves to ask questions. So I'm asking you to ask questions. This has been the change. And tonight, I am the chaotic organizer. Get linked. Thank you.